Can't believe we traveled all the way across the galaxy just to build something like this. Veritable dung heap. We'll head straight to Reed and then explore the town later. This must be the place.
Hey, Tolkien, I must explain this address. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You Reed? I was told to talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you have the wrong idea about me. No uniform.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repair. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to a town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Tell me what I need to do.
The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right. I'll help you if I can.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
That'd be just fine.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get a move on it. Oh, he's a slippery son of a bitch.
Mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can
Don't
we talk?
apologize.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters. What's the other side?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anyone for wanting to leave this place.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Sounds fair. We'll do it.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
He was a wise man. Let's get after it. I think I seen that church when I first come in.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
We've already wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. It ain't pleasant.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut the power off to Adelaide's deserters. Told you.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of laymen's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
make a compelling argument, I suppose.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Come on, Miss Pavati. Let's go talk to Adelaide. Yeah, well. Oh, what a sight. Alright, Miss Pravati, I don't know how much experience you've had outside the wall. I don't know if you can fight. But the little bit I had out here was quite fierce.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
The weather's quite nice. It appears the book is on our way to where we need to go, so I say we'll go look for the book first. Let's take a look at these guns. Nothing really worth a damn. You spent your whole life here, I reckon. It's a beautiful place. Sad you spent it in that damn town. But survival is what it is. Don't mind me, by the way. I like to talk. I understand you're not much for conversation. You just listen and I'll talk. It'll work out just fine. Being said, if you want to talk, I'd be happy to listen. Maybe we're coming up on it now. Machine gun. Armored son of a bitch. Hold still. Hold on, Miss Pravati, hold on. You just stay down there. You'll be all right, child. Let me stop the lead flying. Are you all right? No worse for wear. It looks like maybe you got knocked on the head. to grab up everything I can get my hands on. These people are armed to the teeth. Right. Maybe in the back room. Yeah, very well. It appears our dear friend has hidden the book. Let's see. Yeah. Looking at this map, I believe perhaps this cave here. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll check it out. In the meantime, this man's gone. He won't be missing some of these things if he ever returns at all. Here we are. Some of this equipment's quite nice. I believe you could probably use some equipment, or at least better than you have. Try that pistol. This one's been with me since the beginning. I suppose I'll just keep it. I believe that gun suits you well, Miss Barney. You're a dead eye. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear you grew up in the wilds. Wish I could get a hold of more ammunition off of these boys, but they seem to be traveling light. In either case, I got a decent number of bullets here. But I could do with some better armor, even if it is raider armor. Look at me, pretty as a picture. We're gonna have to do something about this at some point or another. Here's a river anyway. And lo and behold, a cave. The map doesn't fail. That's good to know. Alright. Guarded tight. I'm gonna sneak up here and see if I can't disarm this. God bless. You alright? Even all the way out here, the town's noisy. I don't know how you stand it, living in a place like that, noisy as it is.
Nice.
Thank you. It is not a skill I'm necessarily proud of, but I have managed to get better at it over time. What do we have here? I think maybe this big gun will do me well. Very good. Decent arsenal of weapons I've acquired since I came to your planet. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Let's head on to Adelaide's enclave. Maybe if we go cross country, we won't have to worry about the damn marauders.
Here they come!
Oh shit. Oh. Go down. Oh, that's a big one. All right. Where's the last one? Come on. I may have been mistaken. Perhaps the town is safer. Back to the road. I believe that is the best course of action here. Well, at least we found the vicar's book.
I smell blood!
Get ready!
There you are. All right. All right. Let's do this. Things are under control. I'm doing just fine, Miss Pawardi, and you? Woohoo! They thought they had us, didn't they? Alright. Guess I'll switch back to this here pistol, running low on the other.
Here they come!
Here we go. All right. We should be getting close to the Enclave now. I believe it's just over this hill, according to the map.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide and need answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Well, get out of your hair then. Adelaide it is. Like I asked to begin
Much
with.
obliged.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother. the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. I want you to come back to the cannery. That's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert power over to him. Mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. Question is, why would you agree to his plans?
My reasons are my own.
If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'll consider it. But I won't let you play my sensibilities.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
All right, Miss Pavati. Suppose we're looking for a plant.